So I have to talk about the impact of unstable, unstable Pakistan on the neighborhood. And I find that in India there is a huge element of joy in seeing Pakistan going down economically or in foreign relations or in political uncertainty and emboldened militancy. But when we have this joy, I also think of what Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee said in 1999. He said, a stable, secure, prosperous Pakistan is in India's interest. Let no one in Pakistan be in doubt. India sincerely wishes Pakistan well. So now what is the situation? Pakistan is neither secure, nor stable, nor prosperous. So therefore, what is happening in Pakistan is not in our interest, as Vajpayee said at that time. So, having said that, I will not go into the points which Kaushik has and Kaulji have covered. I will consider them done. So, we go to the foreign policy of Pakistan, which revolves around US, Saudi Arabia, China, UAE, Turkey, Russia, Iran, Afghanistan, etc., which is also neighborhood and extended influence of Pakistan. Everywhere in all these places, Pakistan has only two things to say. One, give us money. Two, give us weapons. And three, build as much of propaganda as is possible against India. So, this decline of democracy that Kaushik has spoken about in Pakistan, it is very harmful for India's aspirations of being the leader in the changed world order. So, to that extent, I think we are suffering tremendously from the kind of situation that is evolving in Pakistan. We have our own aspirations and we have our own standing, and that standing is getting very badly bogged down because of what is happening in Pakistan. Now, if Pakistan fails, the biggest, India being the first point of contact, we do not have any natural borders, कोई पहाड़ नहीं है, कोई ज़्यादा कोई we don't have a river, so we are the first point of contact. So whatever bad happens over there, the spillover is going to be only in India. There is no point of any spillover in Pakistan because Afghanistan, Afghanistan is itself in turmoil, and you can well imagine what happens if the migrants start coming towards India. You see, okay, we will agree that the Pakistani Punjabis will not come to this side, but the Baluchs will come, the Gilgit-Baltistani Shias will come. So that is something that we have to be very careful about, and as Pakistan remains destabilized, the more it becomes radicalized, the more there are militants over there, the more there are fundamentalist elements, and all of them are, not all, at least 90% of them are directed towards India. So that is also an impact that unstable Pakistan has on us. As far as radicalization in Pakistan is concerned, Pakistan always keeps trying to revive terrorism and insurgency in India. And periodically it does what it feels is best to do, because by not doing that, it raises questions on its Islamic credentials. And it is on its Islamic credentials that the army is basing its support. So it cannot allow the Islamic credentials to go down, which is one reason, apart from the fact that it has got a very rapid sort of hatred against India. But the Islamic credentials is one reason for which Pakistan always keeps reviving militancy and terrorism in India. You can see that we are saying that Pakistan is in a bad shape now, but in April, May, and now in September, there have been very massive terrorist attacks in which our army has suffered grave losses. We know about the recent one in September, 2 officers, 1 DSP have been killed. So, I mean, if Pakistan is going down, do you see anything like that, that the attempt to revive militancy is not there? It is there, very much there. It is only because of the strength of the security forces led by the Indian Army in Jammu and Kashmir that things are in hand over there and militancy is contained. And you can see a kind of effort that Pakistan is making towards Punjab to use drones and other methods, not only to bring in arms but also to bring in drugs. And this is a very, very sensitive point for Punjab, on which our government, both the central government and the state government, should pay a lot of attention. So basically, what you have seen what Bilal Bhutto did when he came over here in Goa. Do you think that is the kind of language that a person who's going down will use? He said something like, "वक्त आने पर ऐसा जवाब देंगे कि उनको याद रहेगा." This is what he said. And our external affairs minister had to talk about cross-border terrorism with him. So this is their going down has got nothing. It is not going to help us as far as the security condition of India is concerned. So, and this radicalized Pakistan is a huge diplomatic channel for the entire world, not only for India, which is quite obvious. As far as the imbalance in the Pakistan army is concerned, I will only take your attention to what Kaushikji said, and I look upon that because 90% of the army is made from a particular community in a particular place, and they are so strong. They are strong while the politicians are weak. So it is just not working out. So their domination is on religious decision making, feudalism, martial pride, and baggage of the partition. And we have to cope with that. We really do not have any option. When we talk of Afghanistan, you see what has happened is that Pakistan is going around telling people, and it is partially true also, that it is the harbinger of the withdrawal, the talks which led to the withdrawal of the US and NATO forces from Afghanistan. So it wanted a piece of cake from Afghanistan, and the first thing that it tried in that piece of cake was to talk about putting reins on the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. The Afghan Taliban has refused totally. Excuse me. So they have refused totally, so there is no problem. General Munir wants Taliban to be controlled. Afghan Pakistan, in fact, is saying that we will give safe havens to TTP because ultimately they feel that TTP will be able to bring about the Sharia that they want to see in Pakistan ultimately as part of their overall plan of Ghazwa-e Hind and Nara-e Takbir. So all those things. So now there are many in Pakistan who also have got this thing with Afghans that Sharia in Pakistan is the best thing to happen. So they have got support over there. They have got TTP over there. If this thing happens, which is a possibility, you can well imagine the kind of impact it will have on India and the rest of the neighbor and the spillover in the world, considering that they have nuclear bombs. As far as China is concerned, my personal opinion is that if China is left alone, they may think that there is a possibility of not getting into any kind of a conflict situation with India, even on the borders, and let each other, stay in peace and go for your trade and business. But Pakistan does not allow that. Pakistan is very good at needling big powers against India. So I feel that it is Pakistan which is always needling China, that you don't worry, we are there with you, you take our area, we will help you, we will go for the 2.5 front war. We cannot leave China, we cannot leave India the way it is. India is your enemy forever and this and that. So I have this feeling that the Chinese policy also psychologically is being impacted by Pakistan. If left alone, China will probably not do what China is doing to us at the moment. So this Chinese muscularity of demonstration of support to Pakistan on the Kashmir issue is an offshoot of this particular mindset which is being created. Now, what are India's options as far as all this is concerned? India is trying very hard to create a stable neighborhood. because I said that India's worldview and India's aspiration as a political global power depends upon the stability of this neighborhood. And in so doing, India Prime Minister Modi, he came up with the term of neighborhood first policy, and he visited everybody, including Pakistan, which did not work out, but in the other places it worked out very nice. So we have this BIMSTEC which we have created, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand. We have given assistance in the COVID times. We have helped the Rohingyas. We have helped Sri Lanka with money. We have succeeded to a great extent. But in all this, Pakistan is not a party. And Pakistan has never acknowledged the fact that India has got a humanitarian neighborhood first policy. It has never acknowledged. In fact, the more we go into this policy, the more Pakistan goes against us. So, and Pakistan, I have told you, it has got issues with Afghanistan, it has got issues with Iran. It really does not consider too much going towards the Indo-Pacific region. So this is the impact of this instability. The whole focus is on India. While getting into a posture with New Delhi, Pakistan always plays the victim card, which it has developed to perfection, and it blames radicalism and terrorism in its country on India. It is always making very aggressive attempts to internationalize the Kashmir issue, and fortunately, it is not. It is not succeeding for some time, and it is always trying to engineer Islamophobia and to talk about its nuclear build-up and brinkmanship. So this is Pakistan that we have in our hands, the so-called unstable Pakistan. So there is actually not much difference between the stable Pakistan and the unstable Pakistan. They are chips of the same block. So whether there is a regime change over there, I do not think it will make any difference. India cannot be immune to the dramatic developments which are taking place in Pakistan. India has to stay forever vigilant. India has to keep making its new policies and keep itself abreast with the situation, because it can get out of hand at any time. It can spiral out of control, and then we will find it very difficult to control things. We have to we are left with no choice except to consider that Pakistan will definitely try its level best to revive insurgency in Kashmir as well as in Punjab. So now that one word of the person who speaks on TV, television, Pakistan जो करेगा, जिसको करेगा बुरा ही करेगा. और ये we have got no way of escaping this point. Even if Pakistan is cut into 4 parts, firstly you must understand that if it is cut into 4 parts, then the actual Pakistan will be the Punjab Pakistan, because that is what was thought about. Balochistan was never a part of this. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa was never part. Gilgit-Baltistan was never part of it. And that small Punjab, with Sindh, part of Sindh, which has got Punjabi Muslims over there, they are the ones who have got the maximum anti-India feeling, and they are the ones who have the entire wherewithal to create problems for us. So even if it fragments, it is not going to make a difference to India. So we have lastly a lesson to learn from what has happened in Israel just now, what Hamas has done. We must realize that when we celebrate festivals, some in the world, they plan for our destruction. If it has happened over there, it can happen with us also. And Pakistan is like Hamas. Only thing is, it is bigger, it is better equipped, it is more professional, it is more lethal and more determined. So therefore, we are in a no peace, no war situation, and it is going to stay like that for a very long time to come. So we have to look very strongly at our defense forces. I'm sorry, I think I went half a minute beyond time. Thank you very much for your time. I will rest my case over there. Thank you.